We're at 16956 Knollwood Drive in Granada Hills, California, 91344, performing a video sewer inspection through the front main line cleanout, right at the front of the house, just to the left of the entranceway. We located some breaks in the line, some separations in the line in the 6-inch and also in the 4-inch. So we're going to pull back and show the condition of the pipe. Right now we're in the city sewer. You'll see the camera's kind of dangling right now, and we pull back. This is city sewer saddle tie-in connection right here. We need to wait. We were running the bathtub to try and help us get the camera run into the city sewer because we couldn't get over one section that was broken, and we did float it out there past that section. So we're going to wait for the water to subside, then we'll pull back and we'll show the condition of the pipe. May take just a moment for the water to subside. And I believe the water subsided, so we're going to start pulling back. Now we're pulling back to the city sewer saddle tie-in connection, which is right here. And that tie-in connection looks to be in decent condition. And then the next joint as well appears to be in pretty decent condition. This joint has some separation in it, has some root intrusion, has probably about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch separation between the fittings. You'll see a good tight fitting, and then you see where you see that one's kind of pulled apart. That's a good tight fitting right there. Got some root intrusion in it, not terrible. I'm going to run back to all the way to the main right to the city sewer and just double check our footage. I think we're at 97 feet where we drop in. I'm going to pull back a couple joints. This one has some good root intrusion on top that we apparently got a hold of and cut out and ripped out of there. And we're coming back through here. You see right to the upper right of the video, there's a broken section of pipe. See where some of the water's going under the ground. It's going right through the fitting. There's a break. There's a piece actually missing out of the pipe right there. There's a good sized crack and break in that fitting. And we've marked that area out in the driveway. It's right in the apron area. And we pull back. Coming back right now, this is the 4 to 6 inch transition right here in this area. And that's the transition fitting. So we're going to mark this area right now also. See exactly where we're at. And then we'll mark that with either crayon or some orange paint. This area we marked and located is right at the edge of the driveway where it meets the driveway apron, where the pavers meet the concrete driveway apron. And the 6 inch should be lined, and then we should pull a trenchless pipe, a new trenchless pipe, from here all the way back to the main line cleanout that's at the front of the house. So we're going to pull this back now. We have numerous separations in this 4 inch line and offsets. There's a good sized breaking. See where the pipe's broken on top and broken on the bottom. See where it's all cracked. The whole hub is broken, and there was a joint. That's the one joint that was completely obstructed that we couldn't get past earlier. That joint doesn't look too bad. Small separation in that joint. The crack to the right of that joint, you can see it just inside where the bell is. It's cracking just barely, not a real bad crack at this point. As time goes on and separates more, it will. This joint was heavily root intruded. See to the right where there's some hairline roots, we cut them out. That joint's got some separation, a little bit of cracking at the bottom. Not terrible again on that joint. This joint looks pretty good, looks pretty well intact. This joint has some root intrusion and you can see rolled around the top, but it's still in line. It's not bad. That joint has some separation in the bottom and has about 3/4 of an inch separation in there. This one's offset. You can see where you see the big part of the face of the pipe at the top, where you don't on the other joints. They align. That has some real heavy root intrusion, and it's offset where you don't see the bottom of the face of the pipe. It drops down a little bit because it has shifted. This one as well is cracked. You can see at the top right hand corner all the way across the top. It's cracked and broken. It's separated and offset as well. And you can see still got some root intrusion on the side. We can't get it all. A lot of the joints we just bore a hole with the blades. This one's offset. You can see where it's holding water. Quite a bit of water at the bottom. It's shifted. Clean the camera lens off in the water. Still has some remnants of the root intrusion. This one shifted a little bit and off as well. Has some heavy root intrusion in that joint. This joint doesn't look too bad. Had a little bit of root intrusion in that one. This joint's just a little bit. Nothing terrible on that joint as well. Majority of the joints don't look that bad. It's just here and there they're in bad shape, and if we just dug up several of them, it would cost probably as much, if not more, than it would to pull a whole brand new line all the way across the yard. This one's separated probably about a 1/2 inch. This one's really separated and broken, and we kind of drilled a hole. Can't get it all the way around. Is this right where it's coming through the clean out? Pulling back to the clean out. We're going to run back in. We're just going to run in real fast. Get a real close measurement on the 6-inch lateral and on the 4-inch clay piping. "97 feet, we're in the city sewer. Right there, we're in the city sewer. Right here's the transition area. So we've got about 16 feet of lateral, and then another 80, right around 80 feet of 4-inch that would need to be pulled. Okay, we're going to just pull this back now since we've already inspected it all, and then we're going to run through the clean out on the side and try and locate that one and mark it. See how many feet it is and exactly what condition that one's in. Back to the front. Here's the entrance to the house. Our main located in front entrance way to the house. Okay, we're going to pause for a moment and we're going to go set up in the back. Okay, we're now set up on the side of the yard at this 4-inch clay cleanout, and we're going to run through this cleanout and locate the tie-in to the main in the front. See how many feet this is and see what condition it's in. We had a hard time getting through this one as well. Had some bad areas. As we go down in the cleanout, you see where it's broken here. It's all cracked. We cut out a good majority of the roots. Broken here, and then here it's separated pretty bad. It's holding some water right there. Got about an inch and a half separation at least. Had a heavily root intruded joint. It's offset too. You see where you see a lot more of the face of the pipe at the bottom. Majority of roots in that one. This one also had quite a bit of roots, and it's broken pretty bad. You see all the cracks all the way around right there, and it's offset. There's a chunk of clay that's missing up in our top left corner right here. You can see another root intruded joint. It's broken and cracked to the right a little bit. Not terribly, but it's got some cracks and breaks in it. This line's not too good a shape. It had some roots in that joint as well. We cut out. This joint is separated about a ½ inch. This is all stage, ground movement and everything else. That joint didn't look terrible. That joint has some cracks in it, a little bit of chips where it's been shifting. There was some roots in there we cut out. This joint's not terrible, a little bit. That joint didn't look too bad. This joint's got some breaks in it. Got some has some heavy root intrusion. There's pieces that are broken. You can see it's cracked off to the right, and it's just shifting. I'm making a turn. I believe and this turn is right about in the corner in the front. We had a hard time getting through that. A lot of roots. It's broken. See where that pipe's cracked right there and broken. And then we have a big offset right hit through last time because of the roots. Then we're going out toward the front clean out now, toward the tie-in. That joint didn't look bad. This one has some root intrusion and settled a little bit. See, it's holding water. This pipe's holding water. That pipe dropped a little bit. That joint's broken. See where the crack is on the right-hand side, and had pretty good root intrusion we cut out. That joint had some roots in it we cut out as well. This joint as well had some roots. Not terrible though. Not really that offset. This one's cracked all the way around. You can see right inside to the left of that hub there's a big crack going all the way around it. This joint had some root intrusion. Cut that out. This one's turning now, making a turn and going out to the tie-in in the front. See the cracks at the... We had some heavy root intrusion, so we're already past that point. We got to find that tie-in. We're going to go run the water right now out in front so we can locate the tie-in. We're going to pull back. So this is our tie-in right here. See where the water's coming in? That's our tie-in right there. So we're going to mark this area. Okay, here we have approximately 90 feet of 4-inch clay piping that should be pipe bursted and replaced. Now we're going to pull back. We're just going to pull out here since we've already inspected and gone through each of the joints on this line. We're going to mark this area right here where we're in the turn. This area would probably need to be dug up. Let's try and pipe burst it. Can't make it through a 90-degree turn. We're just going to go locate and mark this area real quick. we've marked this area out, and we are 3'1" deep where this turn is, and the big break in the line right here, and that separation. And the pipe, that's right outside the gate, about 8 to 10 feet. That section of the pipe's pretty beat up, cracked. It's right in the turn. So that area has to be dug up as well to try and pipe pull it. Pipe burst from here to there, and then from there to the main tie-in. Then from the main tie-in all the way to the drive, and line it from the driveway out into the city sewer. Just going back out to clean out now. On the side of the house. And that concludes the video reinspection.